Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I have a design team project for Scrapping for Less, and I'm going to be using this Cozy Up stamp set from Concord 9th. Now I've made a card using this stamp set before, and I thought I would make another one. Now fall is around the corner, so I thought we would jump in and make a fall themed card. So we're going to start off, I'm taking a piece of Bristol Smooth cardstock, and I'm going to be going in with some fossilized amber distress oxide ink. I'm going to be using some worn lipstick, and then also some vintage photo. And then I'm going for a real warm background, and so it kind of looks splotchy here, but the outcome really wasn't, and I wasn't too worried about it because I was going to end up covering up most of that area anyway. So I'm going to go in with the stitched rectangle die. I'm going to cut out my panel, and we're going to just set that aside. And I did use a little bit of ice spruce on that. I don't think I told you that. I'm sorry. Okay, now we're going to do some stamping. I'm going to take this Stay, really beautiful font, and I'm putting it in my Mini Misty on just some white cardstock. And then I'm going to take the Warm and the Cozy, and I'm going to smush those two together. The cardstock that I'm using is a 4.25 by 5.5, so it barely fit on there, and that's going to be my sentiment. So I need to get them as close as I could, so I can make a top folding card. I'm just using my anti-static powder tool and some Versamark ink. I'm going to ink those up. And then today I'm going to be using some Hot Chocolate Nouveau embossing powder. I love this embossing powder. Well, I love any kind of browns. And so I just went ahead and heat set that. And I think it looks really pretty. I took a circle die from my stash and I placed it right over the Stay. We're just going to cut that out. And then using my scissors, I'm going to cut out the and. I did stamp the little and. I don't think I told you that either. I need more coffee. But I'm just going to trim that down and fishtail the ends. Since I was short on space, I thought I would just put this and right in between the Warm and then the Cozy. I'm just using my scissors to cut around the sentiment here. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut out that Stay. And so that's basically our sentiment. So we're going to put that aside with our panel over there. And then we need some color to the card. So sorry about the blurriness. I'm using my Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp the socks 2 times. And I'm going to zoom in, and then I'm going to color them in. I'm going to color them in with some yellows and some oranges. I sped up the coloring pretty fast, but and I want my socks to match. I actually found out actually earlier this year, I couldn't figure out why my girls kept wearing mixed match socks, and I guess it's the in thing now for kids. Which is nice for moms because you don't have to match them. So I decided I want both of my socks to match for this card. Little tidbit, I just thought I'd share it with you. Now I finished coloring them in. I'm going to grab the coordinating die and I'm just going to cut those out. Cut my little socks. I guess they could be stockings too, but I'm going to call them socks for this card. Now, for this card, I wanted to make a really warm card. I know winter and fall are around the corner, and it's really warm outside, but I thought now's the season, I guess, to start making cards for the winter. So, I adhered my circle down to my panel, and then I decided in that stamp set, there is a little itty bitty snowflake. And I know I'm going to get crushed for this, but snowflakes aren't yellow. But I really like the way this looks, so I'm making yellow snowflakes. I just think it looks so pretty. So I went with it. I did cut out a circle a circle frame here and added some foam tape behind it, and I'm going to place that right over the circle on my panel there. And I'm going to leave it white. The circle frame itself had stitching on both sides and it was really pretty, so I'm just going to leave that white. I popped up my Warm and Cozy and placed that right underneath the stay. Then I'm going to go ahead and pop up my sockies as well. My sockies. That's what I call them. You caught me on that one. I'm going to pop up my socks and place them on my panel here. This is where I just use my glue runner and it adhered that and in between my sentiment cozy, warm and cozy. So once I got that done, I'm just going to add some foam tape behind my panel and place it on my card base. I'm just using a white card base for this card. And then just to make it a little bit more warmer, I grabbed my Sparkle Shimmer Spritz and I'm going to spray that and give my card a lot of shine. I just love that spritz because it just makes everything so shiny, glistening. Now, I wanted a little bit more dimension, so for my stash I grabbed some, this is natural hemp cord and it's very thin. I really like hemp cord. And so I'm just going to make a bow out of it and stick it right behind my socks. And I think just the hemp cord alone adds dimension, which I like. And then to add a little bit more shimmer, I took some Honey Gold Nouveau Crystal Drops and I'm adding them to the inside of the snowflakes, and then I'm adding little dots around where the snowflakes are as well. And that's it, guys. That is my card, my design team project for Scrapping for Less. Now I'll leave links below where you can find this stamp set. Scrapping for Less sells them at great prices. You might want to check them out. Concord 9th is the feature company of the month, and so I hope this gives you some ideas. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you're new and like this tutorial, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you again soon, guys. Have a great day. Have a nice, cool day. Bye-bye.